right? So you speak with her, you chat for a little bit, find out if you have anything in common, if you have a chance, but you just got to feel it out, just like feeling out your root, right? See if you have a foundation. Once you know you have your foundation, you can then move on, right?
Again, you bring Tai Chi.
Everything's Tai Chi, man.
It is. If you look, it is.
Tai Chi is life.
And you're good at bringing that into thought.
Eat, sleep, breathe, Tai Chi. All right. So you get your root, you establish your root. Now you can move on. You've planted the seed. Now, maybe you opened it by sending a drink, right? And here's another way, because I don't think people do this enough anymore. Send a drink, and that's it. That's your job. Tao Te Ching says the master does their job and moves on, right?
Yes.
Just like our form. You part the horse's mane, you wave hands like clouds. And then when you're done, you don't stop your form because you made a mistake. You continue on. You complete your form. That's your job. You don't get stuck in the past, right? So send the drink. That's your job. Send the drink. Toast, go back to your business. If she's interested at all, if he's interested at all, they'll come over and say hi. Maybe you hook up, maybe you don't. But if they're interested, if nothing else, they may come over and just say thank you.
It's a way to open the door.
Correct.
To
say,
conversation.
hey, I'm interested.
Sure.
But another way of doing it, again, not playing the big risk, because it's not a big risk. The numbers are on your side. So if you realize there's 7 billion people on the planet, chances are you're going to get laid, right? So don't play it big. Hey, I just wanted to meet you to see, if you were cool or not. That's it. You have a conversation. If they're cool, you have some things in common, awesome. Worst case scenario in that situation is you meet a contact or associate or a friend. Maybe you never hook up, oh well. But the more people that you want, the more types of persons, say whether you're a guy, whether gay, straight, lesbian, doesn't matter. If you're a gay man and you've got a lot of gay male friends that you're not sleeping with, then guess what? You're more attractive to people that you do want to sleep with because you're hanging out with a whole bunch of people that they want to sleep with.
Makes sense.
Right?
Yeah.
So if you're a guy, and even if, let's say you're, Davida today, and I go over and I we talk and whatever, we don't have chemistry, you have a boyfriend, whatever. All right, so we don't hook up, but we had a good conversation. And so we stay in touch. So the next time, right, so the next time I'm at the bar, I see you, I say hi, we have a couple of drinks, we talk, and then I go back to doing what I'm doing, you go back to doing what you're doing. But everyone sees that I'm saying hi to Davida, right? With no strings attached, just saying hi. Okay. Now, someone else, so reach out, okay, another associate. Now I've got 2 people at the bar of the gender that I'm interested in, or genders, whatever. And now I'm saying hi to them. Now, if you can play that across the board, gay, straight, guy, woman, doesn't matter. Well, you're just the guy working the crowd now. Your stock has rose. You have social credibility with all these people. And you can just be yourself, or whoever your public persona is at that moment, and people are going to already know that. Half your work is done at that point, versus just drilling in on that one thing.
Because you might meet her friend, Davida's friend. She says, oh, that cute guy, he looks like he's single and wants to mingle.
Yeah.
And you too.
Right.
So then she introduces you.
There's this guy at the bar.
You gotta play the game.
Let's hang out. Let's see if he's there. Or Davida brings, whoever to the bar. You're there. Whoever is single. She's cute. He's cute. Whatever. You go over, you meet. There you go. You already have the door open because you were good with Davida.
You made a friend with Davida. Now she would like to introduce you to her friend because you're a friendly guy and you a good guy.
Right. That's it. And you can spend because you're already familiar with Davida. So you don't want to just overbear on the new person. Talk with Davida. You keep the new person in the conversation. You know when to back off. Know when to step away. Know when yin is needed and not yang, right?
And there's a difference.
Okay, big difference there. When I was in Georgia, I had a friend, David, crazy enough was his name, and granted, the guys that I grew up with, they were super players. They were all, first, they're all like gorgeous, right? All in shape, all soccer players, all well built. And for their age, you would have thought, even now, my one friend, he's in his late 40s and he doesn't look a day over 32, right? Because he's just in great shape. And, I idolize these guys. Never understood what it was, so I just kind of observed them. So I'm down in Georgia, and one of the guys, and this guy is not, he's 5'4", he's kind of dumpy. I mean, we're in the Army, so he's in shape, but he's no Adonis, right? So he didn't have much going on here either. But we go to this one bar, there's this girl, gorgeous, and there's guys hitting on her all night, hitting on her. And we're in a booth, we're sitting in the back, chilling. And he's like, I'm gonna get her to come over here to the table. So he finds out what she's drinking. He orders it. He gives it to her, and he walks away. That's it. About 30 minutes went by, and finally she came over. And she was wondering, she was like, what was that? I was like, looked like you could use a drink. And that's what he said. So here's another hint in this whole thing, especially for online dating, right? If I'm sending you a drink, if I'm sending you an email, I obviously find you attractive. That's a given. So if I do that, if I send you a drink and then we finally meet and I say, oh, well, I just thought you were gorgeous. Well, duh. And you have already set yourself back, right? You've already set yourself back. She obviously knows that. We know what's going on. This whole game we play is to mask what's going on, right? I look at it as you have to approach it as if you don't speak the same language, right? She's from Spain, you're from Italy. Maybe that's bad. She's from Spain, you're from Germany, or you're from Denmark, and neither of you have a language between you that you can speak. Okay, now what?
It's kind of like that too.
Right?
It could be like that.
Well, here's the thing. At that point, it comes purely to animal instinct, right? Because you can't play the game. The rules of the game are gone because neither of you can play them, right? So at that point, it really is, hey, do you want to do this or not? And that's easy enough to get across.
Let your animal magnetism
Correct. Like
take over.
Every other animal, no other animal, well, there's a few animals like porpoises and
peacocks that might do a little dance. Certain birds
right,
will
but
do
they
a little
don't.
dance.
And you have mating calls and stuff,
Yeah.
but all the birds out there are doing the mating call, right?
So what you're telling me is an email is the new drink?
Yeah,
Digital.
it's the cyber drink.
Okay.
It's the cyber drink.
It's cyber. Yeah, it's the
Right?
digital equivalent of buying a drink.
That's
You're
correct.
showing. Okay.
Right, you're showing interest.
Okay.
But you show the interest as interest because, again, you're playing the game. So if I send you, back to Davida, if I send Davida an email and say, oh my God, I saw your profile, you're so beautiful, you're so gorgeous. Duh. Like, that's why you're reaching out.
Right. She knows
What
that.
else are you bringing to the table? That's really the other question, right? So what's in the profile that opens the gate? What can you talk about? What has she left up there that tells you something that you can start a conversation on? You obviously think she's cute, right? Duh. Don't lead with that. You can't lead with that. Right? Yes, it's a game. We have to play with these stupid little rules. But if you know it's a game, right? It's just like football. Yeah, the kicking rule, just give me 7 points, right? Why do I have to kick another extra point? But it's a part of the game. So you play it. complain about it. You just play it.
Can make the
right?
difference.
Can make the
win
difference.
or lose.
Absolutely.
It can at one
Right?
point. Can make the difference.
But you accept the rules of the game because that's the game you're playing. So we accept the game, the rules. That's first and foremost. So if you're sending the drink, if you're sending the email, you can't bring up. You can't bring. Obviously, you're attracted.
You need a little bit more to
gotta
communicate.
have more.
You got to
got
have
something to latch onto,
communication, right?
Sometimes
Yes,
it
you
works.
do.
I was never part of the Tinder culture. My understanding is you swipe right if you like them, you swipe left if you don't. But people aren't having orgies in the street. So there's got to be more nuance to it than just, oh, ding, we both swiped right.
Well,
Let's hook up.
they say that's it. All you got to do is swipe and beat on the corner and have at it.
One of my questions is, who are they?
Exactly.
And two,
exactly. I don't think you want to go with them.
I do know people that are on Tinder, and it is not that easy. It's the same stuff that goes on
Really?
on any
Same
other site or whatever.
What about
all that does is it kind of opens up the channel. It says
Right.
you're interested.
Right.
So swiping right is sending the drink. Thank you for joining us for that clip of our weekly podcast. If you want to get more bonus footage or join us for the entire podcast, head on over to Patreon, where our Eagle, Tiger, and Dragon subscribers get access to not only what we cast and talk about, but advanced lessons in your forms, in your Tai Chi, and in your life.